Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so for this video I'm going to be showing you some of the rarest pieces in my collection. I think this is part 6. Now I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. I think it was over 3 months ago when I actually done part 5. And I wanted to do something quite special for this video because see, when we're in the month of October and Halloween is just around the corner, I decided everything that I'm going to show in this video is going to be all horror related. And not just horror related, but everything that I'm going to show are going to be busts as well. I've been looking forward to doing this video for a while now, and I think that's probably why I've held off doing any more rare edition videos. I wanted to wait for October to come around so I can actually do this. So I have some great pieces lined up for this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show the movie in front of the camera. And then when it comes to showing the bust itself, I'm going to go behind the camera and take you in as close as I can and give you a good idea of what they're like. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into this. And the first movie I'm going to be showing you is Waxwork. Now this is a Nameless media bust that I'm going to be showing. And the one thing I do love about this bust is the actual media book and how it's actually housed into the bust itself. So as you can see, there is a slipcover on this media book. It's actually a very nice slipcover as well. And what I love about it is when you actually bring in the bust itself, that is the bust, the media book slides down. If I can do it now in front of the camera, there we go. So there you go, that is how the media book is actually housed into this bust. It is the actual doorway to the waxwork. And I just thought that was incredibly clever. So this is an unbelievably rare piece. There's only 333 of these in the world. I think I have a very low number. I think it's like 26. I honestly did not know my number was so low for this release. It's only when I actually started doing this video that I realized. I was like, wow. I don't know why I actually forgot about that. I think you can still get 1 or 2 of these on Amazon, on eBay Germany. They're going for around €140. And if you are big into your busts, I think this is worth picking up because I tell you folks, you should feel the weight of this thing. It's very, very deceiving. It is unbelievably heavy. Everything is all resin. And I think it's a wonderful piece. So, right, let's get going with this. I'm going to take us around this and give you a good close look at it. Right, so here we go, Waxwork. And the first thing you will notice, of course, is the little guy and him kind of greeting you into the Waxwork building. If you actually do look at the artwork as well on the front there at the door, I think it looks absolutely insane. Some amazing artwork through this set when it comes to the media book. And again, I can't praise it enough the way that media book is actually housed into this bust. So I'm going to just quickly slowly take us around this bust edition. So like I said, this is all resin. It is unbelievably heavy. And I wanted to just quickly take us around to the back of it here and just show you the artwork on the back of this slip box. Look at that. It's absolutely insane. And I suppose if you wanted to, I suppose you could flip it around, depending on what artwork you want to see. But the only problem is you lose that kind of door effect if you actually did it that way. So, right, continues around this incredible bust. So as you can see there as well, you got the waxwork right in there at the bottom of it. And then break his right back around to the front. So, yes, it's a fantastic Nameless media bust. This one, funny enough, even though there was only 333 of them out there, I did get this for very, very cheap. I think I only paid around €60 for it. And I actually bought it off Amazon UK. I remember at the time when I bought it, I think there was around 3 of them still left. I don't know if they're still there now. It probably would be worth checking out yourselves to see. But if you are a fan of this movie and you're big into your movie busts, I think this is a piece that you need to own. And great to finally show it off again. Right, so up next we have Eli Roth's Hostel. Now this bust is going to really, really take me back because the last time I actually showed this bust off of Hostel was probably the second video I ever done on YouTube. It was very cringing to look at now, and I was always looking for an excuse to come back and revisit this bust. But this is the media book that you do get with it, so I think that is the original cover art as well. And I'm just checking here. I don't see a limited number on this set, but I know there is a limited amount of them. And it's actually a beautiful looking media book. I think you get You do. You get a Blu-ray with it, and you also get, I don't know if it's the bonus feature. No, it's actually a DVD as well. And I'm going to just quickly take the bust in so I can show you and give you an idea of what I'm going to be showing in this one. So if I take us around to the back there, as you can see, that's where the media book just slots in beautifully and fits perfectly. So yes, I was always, again, like I said, looking for an excuse to show this piece off again, and I think that's where these videos come in very, very handy. I can revisit these after doing such a piss poor job on showing them the first time. Hopefully I can do a better job now this time with this one. So right, here we go. This is the Hostel bust, and I hope you like it. Right, so here we go, Hostel. The one thing I do love about this is the colour scheme to this bust. Like, it's weird. I was actually just checking it to see if it's actually dusty, but it's not. Whatever way the paint scheme is done in this, the clothes look, yeah, they almost look fadish in a way. So I'm going to take you slowly around this one as well and show you a close look at it. So as you can see, I love the way that he's kind of busting through the floor, that effect. Nameless Media are famous for actually doing that. And I'll take us around then to the back of here and just give you a close look at again where that media book is housed, and it really does fit perfectly. It really, really does. So I will continue us around again, and there is actually an amazing amount of detail to the chainsaw, which is quite impressive. It really is. And again, just like the Waxwork edition that I showed previously, this is all resin. There is an incredible amount of weight to it, and this was definitely up there with one of the first bust editions I picked up. Again, it wasn't going for crazy, crazy money. I think I got very fortunate with it, where I kind of got in quite early with this bust. If you go onto eBay now, they're going for crazy money. And again, if you are a fan of it, I think if you go over to eBay Germany, I think you might find one or two on there. Again, they are going for a little expensive. They may be around 150, 160 euro. I think I paid around 80 for mine. Would I have paid 150 for it? Maybe. It is a nice piece, but I definitely have better bust editions in my collection. So yeah, that is the Hostel bust. Right, so up next we have got Evil Dead, and this is the remake, and it's one of my favourite remakes of all time. I felt it was fitting to actually show this release in this video now, because there's a massive rumour going around that we are going to finally get a trailer to Evil Dead Rise at the end of this month, and I hope there is some truth behind that rumour. It does sound like it's shaping up to be a very different type of Evil Dead movie, and that's okay in my book. I'm hoping the trailer is going to be a good trailer, and please God, the movie itself is going to be great. This edition of the Evil Dead remake is another Nameless Media bust edition. There's only 777 of these in the world, and I have to tell you, this was one of the hardest busts I've ever had to try and actually get for my collection. So I'm going to quickly just show you in front of the camera. So here we go. So it is it's the girl in the trapdoor, and I was always hoping that someday they would bring out a bust of the original Evil Dead movie and do something similar like this one. But this one is creepy looking, it really has to be said. And I'm going to just quickly take us around to the back of it. And again, that is your slot for your media book. And I'm going to just slot it in for you to show you how beautifully it does sit in there. So there you go, that is the Evil Dead Trapdoor edition. So I'm going to take you up close and give you a good look at this one. Right, so here we go, the Evil Dead remake bust, and I have to tell you, this is definitely one of the more creepier editions that I do have in my collection. I find myself sometimes when I'm watching TV in here, I do find myself looking over my shoulder and yeah, staring at this one. She does creep me out, but look at her face. Her eyes are amazing as well, and I think it's a perfect representation of the girl in that movie. And as a matter of fact, I actually quite enjoyed what they've done with her in this remake. You wouldn't expect her to be the heroine of this movie, and maybe it's because you're thinking of the original movie and you thought that maybe she would have the same faith as that one, but no, they've done something a bit different with it. So as you can see there, that's the media book, and again housed absolutely beautiful in this bust as well. And yeah, take us around to the side of it there, and again, this is all resin as well, an incredible amount of weight to it. Just everything on it is solid, even the chains and everything. It is a solid piece, and I love the way the Evil Dead is written across the bottom of it as well. It really is an amazing piece. It's one of these pieces that I do find myself pinching myself that I actually have it in my collection. It's amazing. It's not the rarest bust edition that I have, like I said, there's 777 of them, but they were so incredibly hard to buy. And not only that, but I wanted the media book edition of this one. There is one out in Japan or China, I think you can get, where the edition that you get with it is just a standard Amaray edition, and it's just not as good. So yes, great to actually finally get this piece in my collection. And like I said, it was just a shame that it's taken so many years to get it, but I think it was worth it in the end. So that is my Evil Dead remake bust. Right, so up next I'm going to be showing my bust for The Walking Dead Season 2. Now this is going to be a first for my rare pieces video, where it's going to be my first TV show bust. I've never done this before, and I actually have 6 busts from the Walking Dead TV series. For some strange reason they stopped making them. I honestly don't know why. Maybe they weren't big sellers. I honestly don't know. I don't know how rare they are either. They don't come with any numbers either. But I was always looking for an excuse to revisit this series when it comes to my busts. And I felt now was the right time to do so. So the one thing I'm going to just quickly take is to bring the bust in, and I'm going to show you. And here we go. So this is the bust that I'm going to be showing. The only thing that kind of puts a sour taste in my mouth when it comes to this release is because I wanted to get it at a good price. I didn't want to go too crazy with the price of this one, because it's very hard to get. So when I found this one, the screwdriver that's in his eye, the screwdriver was actually missing when I bought it, so I had to put my own into it. So that's not the original screwdriver, but it still looks just as effective. And I love the way the discs are housed in this set as well, because if you pull the head back like so, you get your discs, you slot it in here, and then you close it, and there you go. A great way to actually house in your discs. So right, I'm going to take us around this and give you a good close look at it. Right, so here we go, The Walking Dead Season 2. Now, the first thing I will say about this bust is I honestly don't know if this zombie in particular features in Season 2. So again, if you can let me know in the comment section, it would be great. I have not seen it in years this season. I've only ever seen it once, and it just doesn't stick out in my mind. Maybe it is, I honestly don't know. So I'm going to just quickly show you as well. I'm going to take that screwdriver out and just give you a close look at his eye. So see if I can actually show it to you. There you go. You can sort of see the blood trickling out of his eye. There is an incredible amount of detail to this one. It's actually amazing. Now this one is not made of resin. It's kind of more of a hard plastic. But I have to tell you, when you do see it up close and some of the detail on it, I think it's an absolute stunning piece. So I'm going to take us around, and I'm just going to show you the back of it there. And yeah, I kind of like the way that the back of his head is just completely it's almost like deteriorated, which I thought was a great design choice. And I can sort of see it in there, but that's where the media book is. And again, I do love the way that the media book is housed in this beautiful bust edition. So take us around, and again you can see sort of more detail on the side of his face there, just chunks being taken out of his face. And then that brings me right back around to the front again. So I actually did see people on, I think it was on YouTube, that they got these editions of it, and they actually kind of done their own makeup. I think they almost touched up some of the kind of the bloodier pieces that you see on his face. And some of the jobs that they've done on it are actually quite remarkable. Now, me personally, I'm a purist, and I could never touch this piece, and I never will either. But it really is a highly detailed piece, and again, it probably is my best Walking Dead edition, but they have done some amazing releases, and I do look forward to showing more of them in some upcoming videos. So yeah, that is my Walking Dead Season 2 bust. Right, so this is going to be the last piece that I show in this video, and this is the bust that every horror fan wants when it comes to horror busts, and it is Wes Craven's Shocker. Now, I'm a big fan of this movie, and it stars Peter Berg, and in case you're not wondering who is Peter Berg, he actually went on to have a very, very successful directing career. He directed movies like Patriots Day, he done Deepwater Horizon, Lone Survivor, a lot of Mark Wahlberg movies. He's a very talented director, and yes, he is the main star of this movie, and it's a very underrated Wes Craven movie. So when I seen this bust, it was just love at first sight. I knew I needed to get it. And thankfully I was able to pick one up and get it at a very, very decent price. So I'm going to bring it in quickly and show it to you in front of the camera. So here we go. So as you can see, it's the actual villain of the movie and him getting him in the electric chair. Now the only thing that tarnishes this release slightly is when I take it around to the back, as you can see, there is no space to put your media book into, so I kind of have to have it sitting beside the bust. So it is the only kind of disappointment when it comes to this bust edition, but it is so incredibly detailed, and yes, I can't wait to actually take this around. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it right now. Right, so here we go, Wes Craven's Shocker. So the first thing you will notice as well, of course, down the bottom there, you have Shocker written with Wes Craven just above it. And again, this is another resin piece as well, but I have to tell you, this is one of the heaviest busts that I do own, and it's largely down to the base of it. The base is just pure iron, and it does take up the bulk of the weight of this piece. So look at the detail on the actual him sitting on the chair. You can actually sort of see damage to his head as well from when he got electrocuted. I just think it's a great design choice. And that's the one great thing, again, about Nameless Media that I do love. To see kind of obscure movies like Shocker getting this kind of treatment, where else would you see it only for Nameless Media? And honestly, I think this is definitely one of the best busts they've ever actually done. And that's saying something when you do consider some of the editions that Nameless Media have brought out. I'm sure there is a number on this piece, a limited number. I honestly cannot remember it. I'm just wondering now to myself, did I get a certificate with this? It's probably in the box in the attic somewhere, and I'm sure that will give you the limited or the numbered amount. Something's telling me it's limited to 222. Now, I could be wrong. Again, if you do own this bust, please do let me know in the comment section. I honestly don't know how limited these are, but I do feel very fortunate to have this. You do not see these going at all on eBay. They're extraordinarily rare, and like I said, this is the piece that every horror bust fan wants, and yeah, I feel so blessed to actually have it in my collection. So there you go, folks. That is my Wes Craven's Shocker bust. Right, folks, so there you have it. That is my Rare Video Edition Part 6. I think it was 5 pieces that I showed off in this video. And honestly, I feel so blessed to have these in my collection. There are some truly, truly amazing pieces, and it was great to actually show them off in this video. So that is it, folks. That is it. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could do, leave a comment down below, and please do share your thoughts on some of the items that I showed off in this video. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.